Hello, hello, ladies. It's Truth Serum Tuesday. How are you guys doing? While we're waiting for some people to log on, I want to encourage those of you who haven't signed up for my mailing list to go to Rachel Freeman Sowers, RachelFreemanSowers.com and sign up for the mailing list. I met with someone this morning and they are going to help me launch this new program that's going to come out. And I want to make sure that we spread the word as much as possible so as many women can figure out their specific way of living their authentic life. So I want to make sure that we spread the word about this, get people onto where they can sign up for the video blog, which is the Truth Serum Tuesdays, and they can get on the mailing list because it's going to be really fabulous. In fact, I'm currently having a women's group right now, and I just recently got some feedback from that group, and the women are really loving that. And so I'm really appreciating all that they're getting from that and everything that they're going to be able to accomplish in their own lives. So Margaret's here. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Margaret, oh, it always does all these messages. It's kind of distracting. Tap to invite her to join your video as a guest. No, we won't do that tonight, but I would love to have Margaret as a guest sometime because she is awesome and hilarious. So I want to know just really quickly before we get started and we wait to have some more people log on here, letting you know, driving home, don't look at the video, Margaret. Just focus on the road and listen to my nice, calming voice. Don't get distracted. That is danger, danger, Will Robinson. Anyway, oh, that's kind of corny. Anyway, I want everyone to know that in June, we're going to start Truth Serum Tuesday is going to be at 8 o'clock because I took this little poll. And if you have, oh, Paul's driving. Hey, Paul, nice to see ya. If you are having, what was I saying? Now I just totally forgot what I was saying. Anyway, this is like total Truth Serum Tuesday live here. This is how I roll. Anyway, but what I was saying, oh, in June, what's going to be happening is we're changing Truth Serum Tuesday to 8 o'clock because it's lighter, longer. Hey, Susan, how are you? So glad to have you on here tonight. It's going to be lighter, longer, and so other people are going to want to do things outdoors. I am going to want to do things outdoors, and so what I want to make sure to do is that we don't miss it, and that we can kind of accommodate all of us. Gail, I can't believe it! Gail, I can't believe you're here. Yeah! Awesome. Tonight we're going to do a couple of cool things. I'm just saying, because I got Truth Bomb decks from Danielle LaPorte, and I opened them, and I didn't expect them to be as fabulous as they are, to be totally honest. I mean, so I'm excited to share this with you. I'm going to pull a card later tonight about what you're going to take away from this and however that means for you. Or, so we're going to choose either Truth Bomb cards or we're going to do Archangel Power cards. So we can choose one card for everyone that's on here and you take away what you want from it. So I'm excited to do that tonight. I'm going to share with you where tonight came from. So let's go ahead and dive in. So tonight is all about change, claiming it, and taming it. So many of you know I have a Danielle LaPorte planner. It looks like this, although it's kind of backwards. So sorry. But this is my Danielle LaPorte planner. It says, what will I do to feel the way I want to feel? So I bought this. Oh, Margaret says angels. You guys let me know what other cards you want. Angels or Truth Bomb deck. So actually it was Monday in the afternoon. I didn't do my normal Sunday morning routine for whatever reason. It just didn't happen. And on Monday afternoon, I found myself really, I would say like slightly agitated, but really ungrounded, kind of floating up in the air and not really being able to focus on anything. How many of you have ever found yourselves in that kind of space where you're constantly distracted. And I was even feeling nauseous to my stomach. And I was like, what is happening? So I did what I tell all of you to do. I slowed down for a moment and I breathed in and I said, what do I need right now? And what I need is to go back to the activity that grounds me. And partially what grounds me is writing. Not necessarily always journaling, but what I love about my planner is that I can sum the week up. And as many of you know, or maybe you don't know, it was my birthday this last Saturday. I turned 45 years old and I was like, okay, what do I want my life to continue to be looking like? What isn't really helping me? And what do I want to change? And then I started having anxiety about the things I wanted to change. How many of you have anxiety about things that you want to change? Give me thumbs up or hearts and let me know. Because I know I'm not the only woman that has anxiety about things. Because when I start feeling overwhelmed, when I start feeling about the things I want to change, then I start getting in my head. And that's where the nausea came from. I mean, that's just how it is for me. I felt it in my body. So it comes to this point in my planner, and I'll show it to you really quick. It says right here, it says, want to change, claim it, tame it. And then down here it says, nothing changes without you. And I'm like, what the hell? Are you serious? Bam, smack dab in the forehead. Nothing changes without you. Now, it's not like I don't know this stuff. I know. Hey, Deb, nice to have you. I know that nothing can change in my life without me changing it, without me moving forward, without me walking through the muck, right? And so I was like, I want to change the kind of anxiety I have about this launch, this new program I'm doing, this launch that's going to come up. I'm really excited about it. It's going to touch a lot of women and allow them to be able to live their lives authentically in their own way. No shame, no guilt, no judgment, right? So I got nervous about that. And I put down that I want to tame some of even my own self-doubt. Because just because I'm on the other side of this camera or the phone on Facebook Live doesn't mean I don't walk through my own self-doubt. I just don't let it stop me. And I have, like Gail knows, and maybe other people who have been to my house, I have these sticky notes. And right now I'm looking at something on my wall because now I have just the whiteboard paper so I can write all over my wall. It says, you are brave and courageous beyond belief. Those are the things that get me through my self-doubt. But sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, I go to this place of anxiety and I feel like, what do I do next? I don't know. When that happens to me, I sit down, I take a moment and I write and I reflect and I draw cards, and that's how it really helps me. The other thing is that it helps me, this planner helps me focus on gratitude. So gratitude, specificity, intensifies gratitude. So thinking about what I'm grateful for. Because when I start changing my perception, my perspective of the way I see my life, then I'm able to start changing it, right? Okay, so Susan says, sit in self-doubt. Susan, do you have self-doubt? I'm just wondering. Who else has self-doubt on here? Let me know. Gail says, for me, it's painting. That's what helps me ground me. Yes. So all the time on here on these Truth Serum Tuesdays, what we're really focusing on is ideas, what helps us. Because when we find out what helps us, we never know what's going to help someone else. So Susan says, yes. So how many other people on here have had self-doubt about something that they want to change? Let me know. Maybe you wondered whether or not you could do it. Maybe you wondered whether or not it was even possible. Maybe you thought that it isn't possible. Maybe you have a belief system that allows you to stay trapped within that, right? So tonight is about claiming it and taming it. So what do I always say when we start looking at a situation or looking how we feel about something or looking at something that isn't any longer helpful to us and what we need to do about it? What is something that I always say? I always say it. So let me see if anyone knows what I always say. Susan Smith says, that was the command to my self-doubt that dogs me. Oh, Yes, sit. That's funny, Susan. So when we are looking for external answers, where do we need to go? This is my whole shtick right here. Where do we need to go? Go back within. Go back within. So I need to find out what it is that is causing me to want to change. I need to look within. What isn't sitting well with me? Yes, Gail, internally. Yes, yes. I need to see what isn't sitting with me. I see what's causing this kind of bubbling up of discontentment, this way of being that I don't want to be. Maybe interacting in the world in a way that I don't want to interact. You know, the kind of woman I want to be, the kind of coach I want to be, the kind of mom I want to be, the kind of wife I want to be, all of those things. I go back within. So Stephanie says divine knowing. Stephanie, I want to know what you mean by divine knowing. I'm ready to hear what you mean about divine knowing. So is that what we go internally in our divine knowing? Is that what you mean? Let me know, because you are on the right track, sister. Yes. Okay. So I need to know where I'm going to start. I go back within. What is really happening? When I can see it, not to make myself feel bad. You don't get change by damning yourself. You don't get change by continuously telling yourself how bad you are, how you're not doing something right, how you should have done this other thing. I mean, the negative self-talk isn't going to help you reach the change because it doesn't have possibility in it. It has one way of thinking, scarcity. We need to change the scarcity into abundance. So when I know where I have to start, then I can claim what I need to claim. So when we talk about, hey, Tiffany, when we talk about claiming it, what we're doing is we're really deciding that this is the starting point. I'm going to claim that this isn't working for me. I'm going to claim that this isn't helping me. I'm going to claim that this is the way it is for me right now, and that's okay. So Stephanie says, listening to the mind or greater consciousness, not the brain. Yeah. So mind, body, and spirit, Stephanie, right? Yeah, the divine knowing. Susan says, claim abundance. Yes, you're going to claim abundance because when you're scarcity, you only have one thing, and that's scarcity. But when you have abundance, you have a plethora of choices. You have a plethora of options. So when you claim something, you are now clear on what it is, right? So how many of you have something in your life right now, and if you feel open to it, put it in the comments. You have something that you're going to claim. You're going to claim it so that you can move forward through it. What do you want to claim? I will tell you one thing I'm going to claim. I'm going to claim that I have excitement and honestly some nerves about this new product I'm launching. How's it going to come together? How am I going to get it all done? How is anyone or how are women going to hear about it? How do I want women to learn about it? What do I want them to know about it? How do I communicate that, right? And so then I take steps to then tame my anxiety, tame some of that excitement that can feel like anxiety. So just so you all know, not sure if you're aware of this, you may be already aware, but the hormone that's released during excitement and anxiety is the exact same thing. It's the exact same hormone that's released in your body. And so when you change your perception, when you change your view of that, then you're going to be able to say, I'm excited about it. Yes, a little nervous, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to move through. I'm going to pick the change. So Margaret says, I'm going to claim health. Yes, Margaret, which you're already on your way, right? And calmness. Susan says, I'm claiming my price hike in June. Yeah. That's a long time coming, Susan. I'm proud of you. Like that can be really intimidating as a business owner. Gail says, taking my health back. I'm eating better and getting rid of the extra weight that is holding me back. Yes. In the long run, this affects so many other areas of my life. Right. And the change, just because you claim it, doesn't mean it's going to change tomorrow. You know, all of these other maybe people that claim that you're going to be able to do something in a week, or you're going to be able to, like a lot of people say, oh, make $1 million, have a 6-figure business in a year. You know, I don't know if that's even possible by doing a week of training. You know, it takes time. We need to nurture ourselves through these processes. We need to be able to continue to live. I just got told today by my wife that, you know, one of her relatives had a heart attack, fell and hit her head open, broke her hip, and now she's refusing treatment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, life's too short. Stephanie says she's claiming empowerment. Gail says in 4 weeks, I'm 15 pounds down. Yes. Yes. 4 weeks, 15 pounds, highly sustainable. That's like steady progress. I'm with you on that one too, Gail and Margaret. Yes. Right? It's because life is too short. Life is too short. And I'm reminded every single day. You know, we don't claim things and we don't tame them because we have a fear that we're going to miss out on something else maybe. How many of you have not done something because you're afraid you're going to miss out on something else that might come? Like, well, maybe, you know, if I go this way, I'm going to miss out on all those opportunities. Well, you don't have any opportunities if you don't go anyway. You know, action creates clarity. Then you know. So Deb says, claiming building projects done by the end of the summer with me in charge. Yes. Susan says yes. Gail says yes often. So yes, we have those things that you're not going to miss out. You can trust the divine knowing within you that whatever decision you make right now is the decision you're supposed to be making. When you're always wondering whether it's the right decision, you never commit fully to the decision. Gail, if you didn't commit, you wouldn't have lost 15 pounds in 4 weeks. If you didn't say, I am worth it. If you didn't say, me first. Those are all things we need to do to ourselves for ourselves. So when you do those things, you start taming it. You start no longer having it rise up within you. And I don't know how else to describe it, like either volcano or like this little mini, I can see this for Gail, like this little mini monster, like, I'm cracking myself up here, but like that little thing that's going to come up and be that self-doubt. That's going to be that fear of missing out. That's going to be like, oh, it's not going to taste this way. Or, you know, you're not going to be da-da-da-da-da or whatever. You know, you start taming that because you feel, like you are worthy of your own decision, which you are worthy of your own decision. So if you want to have the change, remember, very simple logic. I know it. Nothing changes without you. It's nobody else's to have. Nobody else's to have the blame. Other people aren't making you do something. And I'm here talking about this conceptually, right? This is not about someone forcing you. But no one's making me have this business that I have. No one's making the decisions for me. No one tells you, Susan, what price you charge. You tell you. You're not a victim here. You choose every single day. And so when you claim it, when you get down to the core of it, when you go back internally, you're able to see what it's really about. And when you know what it's really about, now you can work on doing something about that and knowing what you have to work with so you can change it into something else. Right? So who else with me? Who's with me? Also, while I'm doing this, I want to know who wants to do angel cards or truth bomb cards. Let me know in the comments. So Gail says, we take care of so many people when it comes to self-care. We often, or I should speak for myself, that I often put myself last. That's changing. Yes, and the beauty of it is I see it every day in my office. Women come in and they say, I didn't know that if I worked only on myself, that things would change. I had a woman in my office today, and she's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happening. I'm not going to stop coming. I'm not going to stop coming because this is working. And I've seen her like 3 times. If you have a desire to change and you want someone to help you hold yourself accountable, to help motivate you, to give you that compassion, to show you how to do things, to give you new ideas so you get out of your own head, private message me. Go to my website at www.rachelfreemansowers.com and send me a contact request or email me a message. I will get it. And you can have the life that you want to be living. It is highly possible. It is absolutely possible. And the only reason I know that is because I live the exact life I want to live. It doesn't mean I don't have issues. It doesn't mean I don't have moments of fear or doubt or anxiety or any of that. Right? Okay, so Stephanie says truth bomb. I don't see any other comments. Gail, what do you want? Angels. Angels are truth bomb. Margaret said angels. Stephanie says truth bomb. Oh, if you're not watching this live, please make sure you comment throughout the video because this is going to help other women. This group is all about inspiring and being inspired by each other. Truth non. Okay, so how about I do one of each? Are you guys up for that? LOL, truth bomb. Okay, let's do one of each. A truth bomb and the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Susan says truth mob. Man, the bomb thing is really having a hard time online. Okay, so are you guys up for it? Do both. Okay, so this is our little exercise. We're not going to do a guided imagery tonight. Oh, next month we are starting a series on boundaries versus barriers. I'm so excited. We're going to have a guest on the first Truth Serum Tuesday. She's going to do guest blog, and she's going to write some blogs, and she is a friend that I have met. Her name is Sarah, and I'm excited to have her. And she does a lot of good information. So she does a lot of articles and all the stuff like that. So I'm excited about that, and you will see more about that. So everyone, take a moment. Think about an answer that you want, a question that you want answered. These don't tell you anything magic. They don't tell you your fortune. They only bring out what you already know. So if you're watching this recorded, I'd encourage you to do it right now. Think about what you want to know right now. Because although you're not live on the call, I bet you, or on the video, I should say, I bet you it's still going to apply. Okay, so let's do this. I love this. Okay, so the angel card is the Knight of Gabriel. And it talks about confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. It says, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Bam! What do we say every time? Divine knowing. How many of you know right now exactly what you're supposed to be doing? Margaret, for your health. Gail, for your health. Susan, for your health, for your business, right? Like, you already know. The answer is within you. There's no question now, right? So, again, the Knight of Gabriel, it's about confidence, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Take time to take action. Great passion for a cause. You are the cause that you have passion for. You. And instinctively knowing just what to do. Okay, so that's the first one. Get those cards printed. What is that? What are you talking about, Susan? Oh, for your business. Okay, so here is a picture of the Truth Bomb box. I'm going to put a link to the Truth Bomb stuff if you want to order them. It's an affiliate link. I'll be totally upfront about that. If you don't want to use that, you can go to the website. But if you click on the link, you'll go directly to the product. I bought the Truth Bomb decks 1 and 2. They're huge. Like, look how thick they are. Okay. And then they're really nice. They're beautiful. Okay, so let me take them out because there's over 300. Look at, there's over 300, right? Okay. So here we go. This is the back of the cards, and I'm not going to look at the front because I'm just going to trust whatever comes up, comes up. So this is going to also be about whatever the question you had. You don't have to change your question. The angel card is an awesome one to pick. Is this it? No, that's not a good one. That doesn't want to come out. So all I do is I just shuffle the cards like this. And sometimes I'll do it differently. Okay, so I got one. Here is a, okay, how many of you know about, you can't make this stuff up? Push a thumbs up or hearts if you know you can't make this stuff up. Okay, so I just want to remind you, this card right here, it says to take, time to take action. So I just shuffled over 300 Truth Bomb cards, right? I just shuffled them. And what's tonight on? Tonight is on changing it, claiming it, and taming it. So the question of this is what do you really want to happen? Ask yourself that. When you ask your question, ask yourself now, what do you really want to happen? That inner voice within you, that divine knowing will tell you exactly what's supposed to happen. I know, Gail. It's craziness. It's crazy when you're connected with other women, when you're raising that vibration, when you're really all about encouragement. So let me know how you're going to use these two cards. Yes, Susan, absolutely perfect. It's perfect every time. And even sometimes when you don't understand it, it's still perfect because it will bring up in you what you need to know. So let's go back. You're going to keep putting yourself first. You're going to have passion for yourself first. That will make you a happier woman, a more joyful woman, a more compassionate woman. It will make you whatever you want to be. When you do that for you first, it will give you more energy for other people. You will feel like you're having abundance instead of scarcity. You're going to claim what you know, not to damage or not to talk down to yourself or to beat yourself up. You're going to just observe what you know. You're going to claim it, and that will show you then. Ask yourself, what action do I need to take? It's time to take action. Great passion for a cause. You instinctively know what you do. And then is what do you really want to happen? What do you really want to happen in this situation? And make that come true. I had another woman that says, make your what ifs happen. Listen to that. She said, make your what ifs happen. What if this next program was full? I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to trust my divine knowing. I'm going to make decisions that are in alignment with the kind of woman I want to be. And it will be whatever it is, and it will happen. I have full faith in that. Each one of you, trust in your own divine knowing. That's what tonight's about. So although we talked about change, it is your divine knowing that will guide you every single time. Trust it and don't be afraid of it. Don't forget to spread the word about the mailing list. If you would, please, 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 about people getting, so we can get as many women to know about this upcoming program and that get on these, that can watch the recordings of these videos so that they can be inspired just like each one of you are by each other. I'm so glad that you decided to join and take some time for yourself tonight to be here and to be with me and all the other wonderful, brilliant women on this call, and even those women that are watching the recording. You are brilliant, and you are, I don't know, you are enough. That's all I can say. So I want to thank you all for being here. I'm so happy that we get to be together every Tuesday evening. I look forward to seeing all of you, and I cherish all of you being on here. Spread the word about this authentic feminine life. We have 195 members. I want to get to like 250. So I'm going to try and get to 250 by the end of May. So Gail says, glad to share my evening with all you badass women. Yes, yes, badass. Go get it, girl. All right. I love you all, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye. Mwah.